I can't hardly read it.
All right, we'll be right there. Let's call to order the February 4th, 2020 meeting of the Design Review Board. First item on the agenda are the minutes of the meeting of December 17th, 2019. That was tough to say. Are there any changes, alterations? If not, I'd accept a motion to approve them.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second.
And I'll
All
second.
in favor?
Second,
Aye.
third, fourth, fifth.
Hey, that's enough. All right, we have application, we'll pass it around from the the Hamptons Film Festival. Has, is there anyone here from the film festival? If you would stand up, please, and introduce yourself. Thank you.
Hi, Will McLear, Ocean Graphics.
And I guess my question is the redundancy
Sure.
of the signs. You have a proposed 10-inch by 108-inch right on top of a 15-inch by 107.
Right. The biggest problem we had was the format of their new logo. If we put it on just the top sign or the bottom sign, it'd be very small because it's got a lot of height to it because of all the text.
Well, I don't see a logo here.
Well, that's the text is their logo, I mean. Like, that's their format they're
Oh,
trying
okay.
to stick
So,
to.
home of the Hamptons International Film Festival is
Right.
their logo.
Part of that, and then, yeah, and Hampton's Film, that's a new, I guess, business name that they have. They're operating as the film festival.
It just seems to me, sorry, again, to be overkill. You know, the bright white signs on a shingle building.
Well, the space it's going, I believe, is white already. There's a area there that it would
There
fit right
is,
in.
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know, anybody else have? It just seems to me it's overkill.
See, the largest sign they have tells it all.
Right.
I don't see where you need another sign above it.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think it's one or the other. I think both look a little redundant to me.
Right.
Any thoughts, Kristen?
I mean, is there any way you could put the Hamptons Film logo in lettering on the window
We
below?
proposed it. It's-
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't want that. Yeah, so this is the format they wanted, so that's why.
Well, have we've approved the lower sign, right?
Yes.
The lower sign has been approved,
Okay,
and I think we say that we would be open to, if you came back with a window sign,
okay,
as opposed to the second top sign,
gotcha.
which is not approved.
Okay.
All right. Do we need a motion to not approve?
I think you sort of did
Okay.
that already.
Yes.
And if they come back with that, I think they have enough room for, their.
They do
it's
have
their
enough room,
code,
yes.
So,
Right,
yeah.
sure,
Okay,
alrighty,
thank you very much.
thanks.
Thank you.
Now, yeah. No, it's just, thank you. Application of Kenny Westberg for,
David Tosher was supposed to be here. That is the architect.
Right.
the designer.
and yes, it's hard to read.
I thought so, even with my glasses.
I'm going, yeah. And then I'm looking, and I'm looking at this, and I'm going, it's, all right. This application is for to bring parking into compliance. They have previously been to ZBA and received some coverage variance, a small coverage variance. It looks like they are proposing to remove an existing two-car garage.
That's what I gathered,
Yeah, I know, it's hard.
to make room for,
Make room for two more. I mean, you take a
Yeah.
two-car garage out and you put in two parking spaces.
yep,
And this gives them 41 parking places, which, well, you know, we don't know what the future use is for these buildings, and this is what the code requires. And I know, and sometimes we have banked parking for future, but I think since this is a, you know, right in the middle of, what do we call it? Yeah, light manufacturing. So I think we have to have all the parking spaces, even though there may be flower pots or something else sitting in them. Do we need any, are there any questions about, besides the small print, about about their application?
well, I think it'd probably make it better, removing that building, I don't think is that great a shape anyway. That two-car garage that's in there,
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't looked at it in a long time.
or conformed parking in there,
Right.
'cause he
Yeah,
has.
because you have, I mean, you do have a bunch of pre-existing, non-conforming, because that's how this piece of property sort of came.
Yeah,
As, in fairness, did a whole bunch of other neighborhood
right,
Right.
uses, because, you know, it was sort of, it was a forgotten area. So we just need an approval for the parking, is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Does
approve
Billy
the
have any,
design.
Sorry, yeah, Bill, do you have any thoughts, or?
No, I have no questions or concerns.
Okay.
No, I've worked with them on the layout, and they're proposing to comply with the parking requirements, so no real question.
Good, I'm only sorry they had to remove some trees. All right. Can I have a motion to
I'll
approve
make it a
the
motion.
proposed parking?
proposed parking.
I'll second.
A second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. What was this on? Paving over Paradise, is that what it was?
Parking on Paradise, something like that.
Yeah, something
I
like
think you ought to tell him next time, type it.
that. Yes. Well, good thing I hadn't written it, or nobody would be able to read it. Next application is Bruce Siska.
We don't have a quorum.
Well, then we don't have,
That's right.
No quorum.
No quorum?
Four
I guess you'll
members
have
is
to
a
come back.
quorum,
Yeah.
and
He's got to recuse,
Sorry.
since his name's on it. It's kind of a no-brainer there.
well, no,
and Mr. Siska,
can he just tell us what he'd like to do? We're not gonna act on anything. He just described what he wants to do. We're not gonna do anything.
I mean, if you want to, but technically you're supposed to have
a quorum.
a quorum.
All
All
right.
right, so,
I'm
Not
sorry,
have any
Bruce.
business, yeah.
Okay.
You look good standing there, though.
Smile for the camera, right?
Yeah.
That's right, it's probably. So we're gonna have to lay that over. Our next meeting is the second or third, so first.
whatever 2 weeks from today is.
Of March.
March. We
January.
don't-
No,
we
February.
don't have-
It'll be February.
We don't have one scheduled.
I scheduled it,
That's
Okay.
school break, though.
but it's school break,
That's
so
school
I'm
break,
not
that's gonna be,
sure.
yeah. I think we're
You're
really,
not gonna be here, right?
I'm not gonna
So
be
we're
here.
safe.
I'm not gonna be here.